I don't anticipate any modifications to the education budget going forward. All I anticipate is that people will have more assurance that the revenue that we say is going to be there will be there.
Okay, take it up and pass it. Is the walkout over?
We'll see what our members say.
And teachers are watching and waiting to see if lawmakers will make any more moves on education funding before the school shutdown wraps up in its first week.
On day 4 of the walkout, the OSBI says they're investigating at least 3 threats made against lawmakers. News on 6's Emery Bryan leads our live team coverage off from the state capitol. Emery?
Well, the House and Senate today met briefly without advancing any new legislation with money for education, at least not approving it. They did decide that they will consider some legislation tomorrow. It's not as much as educators want, and they made sure everyone got the message. Several thousand teachers stood outside the Senate chambers demanding action, insisting they won't leave until they get results. For teachers accustomed to broken promises, for legislators, there is a sense they cannot give up now.
You hear the chants, we're not leaving. It's because we know if we leave, it's status quo.
Teachers are packed into the rotunda waiting for word on votes. They're walking the hallways looking for lawmakers and waiting for hours to get a chance to ask for more funding.
Their voices are being heard. I believe that. I do. And I believe that our legislators don't want us here in their hallways making all this racket. They want us back in school. And that's where we want to be more than anything.
The growing crowd in the Capitol reflects years of frustrations with lawmakers.
We're fighting for tools in our classroom. We're fighting for funding for our kids.
While lawmakers are meeting with teachers, some are cautioning they won't get what they're after.
The state of Oklahoma, the taxpayers of Oklahoma, cannot afford a lot more taxes.
And that has set up a week-long standoff at the Capitol between a legislature reluctant to put more into education and teachers who say they can't work without it any longer.
I don't think we're going anywhere, so I think this could conceivably go into week 2.
Now, the House today refused to advance the capital gains tax that would amount to about $100 million. The Senate will meet tomorrow morning to consider 2 new taxes that would amount to about $40 million.